Hey, how you doing? This is Andy from Selden, and I'm here with Rakesh, finance, business, technology expert, stroke entrepreneur. Is that right?
I think that encompasses the entire planet, so that's good.
We're just giving you some insight really on stuff we've been talking about around the biggest advances in technology, particularly being applied to the finance and retail space, both interlinked and also feeding down
Mm.
how those changes that we're seeing then feed down the value chain to things like trading. So Rakesh, what we were talking about before, what are some of the biggest changes you're seeing in technological changes and the knock-on effects in, say, finance and retail at the moment?
So the biggest change I've seen in my long career in finance, and certainly investment banking, has been that most of the work that I've been asked to look at has been to do around with deep learning and AI, especially in terms of having some involvement of robotics that are not entirely to replace quantitative analytics teams, which actually I used to head up a quant team for I think 4 years, back in the day you could say actually, and we used to have a whole team of quantitative analytics. I would say rows and rows, and they would code away usually in C++. None of the Python tools and R and all that sort of thing was around in those days. But nonetheless, anyway, C++. And they would, and I use the word figuratively here, but they would create silos of code where they would safely guard all of their hidden treasures for
Hmm.
how they would price certain financial instruments and how they would look forward at what perhaps the market was going to be doing in some sort of predictive form. Now, what's changed here, of course, now is that we have the whole open source universe.
Seldom
Uh,
caught.
yeah, there we go. GitHub and Bitbucket and all the rest of these things. And of course, the crowdsourcing element has made it so that you can create a signals trading platform of sorts from hybrids that are somewhat bastardized from all of these free to use libraries, which I would say are rivaling some of the best quants that are out there. Because,
Yeah,
of course, the more people that you have look at a library, even if it is for somebody who's not a quant, they can add value. And
yeah,
certainly, people have eliminated those that haven't worked because of the crowd reviews and so on that go on. That you're not going to use something that doesn't work too well.
yeah.
So there's a massive shift there. I would hazard a guess that every trader I know has some sort of robotic feed. They may not know it comes from a robotic background,
Hmm.
but certainly they're using the signals that it produces to engage in some of their trades, if not all of them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I agree. And just building on that, I mean, ultimately traders want better signals, and even some of the top quants don't necessarily know how to harness and use some of the more advanced or current machine learning and deep learning techniques to generate those signals, as well as deploy those signals against their trading system. With around 80% of trades being algo generated. What we're finding is a lot of quants, they might actually need some insight from these new techniques, i.e. the new talent who are kind of more aware of how to leverage and harness deep learning and machine learning to generate these better signals. We're at Selden, we're actually not only building models which are surpassing the accuracy of predicting, for example, currency pair trading ticks
Mm.
more accurately than the quant's baseline models. We're also looking and doing research around reinforcement learning and how that can be used to make more accurate trading predictions. So yeah, lots of change. It all comes back to the same things of adopting a strong strategic posture to build capabilities around these new techniques, and that involves recruiting the right talent. And where there is that talent gap, you need to bring in external vendors and consultants to actually deliver those capabilities, and then transfer the knowledge over so you guys can actually do it yourself. Yeah, so I mean, I don't really have anything to add, but Rakesh, really grateful to have that insight to share with everybody, and I feel like I've learned a lot, even from being with you for the last half an hour.
Me too. It's been useful to at least explore it with a company that make their backdrop on AI.
Good stuff. Right, cheers everybody.
All right, thank you.